Hello YouTube, welcome back to Transport Fever, and last time out we completed this line. So actually over the last 3 episodes, that's 1, 2, 3 episodes, we have built this huge, humongous, curly-whirly, over the hills, bridging over itself, looping back on itself, around some more bridges, over this, through the mountains, along here, trying to stick alongside this, trying not to cut through anything, over one bridge, over another bridge, going alongside the side, creating little embankments, small dip into a valley, another little valley, another embankment, trying to cut around the edge of the mountain, following along, little bit of a lip there, up, down, left, right, past this farm, little bit of a straight area, around this, another little bit of a straight area, curling along this, still climbing uphill at this section, going up here, crossing a bridge between two little hills, bit of a flat section, we were quite happy about that, going along here, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey around this, past Cincinnati, around here, along here, trying not to make so much of an extreme bridge, coming down here with a very interesting little bit down, dipping into a little bit of a valley that we didn't need, or a little bit of a cut in the ground, through this forest along here, a bit more wibbly, bit more wobbly, then we try and keep it nice and straight as it joins up to a possible passenger line splitting into 4 tracks, coming in nicely into St. Louis, where we've got a dead track just there, where we're going to get our oil from. That was all done in one breath. That was pretty, in fact I'm still got the one breath, I need to breathe. There we go. Okie dokie, right, so we did that over the last 3 episodes. That was quite a lot of work that we did. What we're going to do in this episode, well, we need to make sure that this is going to be set up correctly and this is going to work correctly. So, in order for us to do that, we need to, what do we need to do? Well, we've got oil here, and so that's going to be fine. And we're probably going to have oil, I'm assuming that it's going to be able to supply, it's probably going to be able to supply some areas here, there and everywhere. I don't know what they're doing here. And so perhaps we might get a very interesting amount of oil being stocked over here. What we're also going to need obviously is getting that oil down to Washington, but which means that we're going to have to start setting up freight stuff, which means we're going to have to start setting up passenger lines and bus stops and everything over here as well. It is 1900, cars are going to start appearing, so we do need to sort that out. So that's exactly where we're going to start. Let's go ahead and start making bus stops around Philadelphia. Let's have a look. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, evil, eh? Yeah, okay, let's, you know the guy I'm talking about. Why is my tongue getting twisted on that? Mr. Knievel, Mr. Knievel. There you go. Incredible, he's just going to jump right over that. And for his next trick, he will jump over 2 American houses in Philadelphia. Following on from that, he'll leap off this, go over that, flip over that, jump over that, into that tunnel, through there, down there, onto the train, and then he's going to ride the tracks all the way. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put a bus stop right here. That looks like a good place. We're going to put one right here. That looks like a good place. We're going to put one right over here. That looks like another good place. This looks like a good place. This here looks like a very good place. Up here, maybe, well, we've got one there, so perhaps down here, this looks like a good place. Along here, who knows, someone might connect something up here. We don't need a bus stop there because nobody's really going to need a bus stop to get there. That looks like that's going to cover Philadelphia for now, however much of Philadelphia we have. And so we've got the passenger station, the freight stations, everything like that. Let's get the bus stations and bus stops in, remember, for freight as well, over in Washington. Now remember, we want to try and stop Washington growing out too far this way. We're going to try and push it this way. That's the way we want Washington to grow. So we are going to try and make an effort to grow Washington out on this side, if it's possible. I mean, it may not be possible, but we are going to try. Look at these bus stops going in everywhere. And I know it looks like I'm just placing them willy-nilly, but I'm not. This is actually strategically being placed. All of these bus stops have a strategic placement. i.e. I'm placing them there because I want to. There we go. That's them in Washington done. So Washington's done. Philadelphia's done. Pittsburgh obviously is going to need some. So is Columbus, so is Cincinnati, so is Indianapolis, so is Fort Wayne. So we're going to need to put them in all these places. Hamilton is definitely going to... Ooh, this is going to need a lot. Let's put them in the meantime. Let's just prepare ourselves. Every main road will stick a bus stop. It's crazy how much is built up in this place. I mean, it looks incredible. It genuinely looks absolutely beautiful. And obviously, we need to work out where that freight station is going to go here, because look how, yeah, it's incredibly busy. And we're going to want freight obviously coming in here somehow. So we're going to have to work out a freight station over here. But this is just, it's amazing how they've done this. And I have to give it, that is probably the best city growth I have seen in Transport Fever. That's better. I think that it has grown better than Chicago has. I'll be honest. I do think that's grown a lot better than Chicago has. Okay, let's go up here. Place a couple up here. Where else would we need it? I think... Right, this is going to be interesting. Should we put it down this road? Yeah, I think down this road. Here. That should cover that area. I think another one down here would be quite nice. We can make lots of little lines then. Right, where's one missing? Somewhere in here. These are all very small streets though. So the only place I can really put one is there. Yeah, actually down here as well. If we pop one down there. That looks fairly good. Yeah, I think that should cover Toronto. Right, okay, fantastic. Forget Indianapolis for now. St. Louis, do we have any in St. Louis? We do not. St. Louis is very small, but obviously I think we could see some very serious growth over here. So we're going to put some in. So basically anywhere where we're looking at having some immediate growth, we'll start sticking in some bus stops. So we've got one there. I think for now that one there will be just about enough. So we'll do that. I think what we'll do is we'll help these people along, like so, just so that they know what they're doing, so they know where they're going. There we go. I think it'll work itself out there, so don't have to worry about that. Okay, and we're good for all of these. Right, so what are we going to do now? Well, I think what's going to be pretty good is if we manage to find a halfway point over here and stick some signals, and there's a very specific reason for the halfway point and the signals, because that way that's going to allow us to split these trains. So I'm going to run, let's think, 4 oil trains. I'm going to run 4 oil trains up and down across the country. 4 huge oil trains are going to be running along this line. Let's have a look actually at the length of that supersized train. Well, actually, it'd be that length, wouldn't it? So you'd have that sort of there, there, there. Yes, I think 4 oil trains are pretty good. Right, let's work this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, should we say 17 units? I've just made some arbitrary units up. So we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're looking for about there. That's the midpoint. It's not exactly the midpoint of the map, because obviously we've got this area here. Then we take some speed into account, and we probably want it here. This is where we want it. That's going to be our signals. See, all being thought up. Right, semaphore signals. 1 on this side and 1 on that side. Okay, so that should be halfway. given speed and everything taken into account. Yeah, because of that curve. Okay, so that's good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the oil trains. So I did say there's going to be more 500-meter trains. Well, here comes some more 500-meter trains. Buy trains. We're going to buy 4 of these. So, right, what train are we looking at? The pulling power, to be completely honest, 47 miles per hour without much more pulling power. But I think we could probably run those. I think we'll run those and we'll make them black because they're going to be oil trains. Or actually, what other color looks pretty good? What if they were like... No. Bright green. They look good in bright green. They don't look so good in that color. Not so good in the salmon pink. They look good in red. Maybe deep red. No, let's go for that red actually. We'll do that. There we go. And we'll buy 2 of them. As in, we're going to double header this again. Then we're going to go for these tank cars. Now, the tank cars are not going to be red. No. They're either going to be the grey... Oh, it's these ones we want. Either going to be grey or black. And the thing is, what we're going to try and do is we're going to be running crude oil up, but we're going to see if we can bring oil and fuel back down. That's another thing that we want to try. So we want to try and get some oil and fuel coming back down along this area, back to St. Louis, where in St. Louis we can then run it up to Chicago. So from St. Louis we'll be running up to Chicago, Milwaukee, up here to Green Bay, up to Sault Ste. Marie, where we'll be getting it on over to Thunder Bay. That's what we're going to be doing, and then the other lot is going to go around another way to Indianapolis and elsewhere. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So I tell you what, let's buy some of these, but we'll have them in a few different colors. So I don't know. Yeah, that looks good. Let's change it to like a not that blue. Not that blue either. Oh, definitely not that blue. I know what blue I want, but it's not available. Let's go for that blue then. We'll go for a few deep red ones. Back to some black ones. Right. Oh, this is still not giving me that in the right. I haven't changed that. That's going to be a problem. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to work out how long this train is. Ooh. Okay, so how long is this train going to be? Okay, this is going to be tough. This is definitely going to be tough. I think if I think about this right, we're going to go for, I think 0. Should we go for 0.3? I think if we go for something like 0.3 miles, I suppose. If we can get one that's about 0.3 miles long. Yeah, we'll try and get one that's like 0.3 miles long. Can we get like a more silvery one? How much can that carry as well? Again for the dark blue. Just to give it some colours, you know. There we go, there's 0.3 miles. And then we'll just for good measure, 1, 2. That should be how long we want a train. I'm thinking. So that's how many is that? So we've got 396. Each one of these carries 12. So what's that? 396 divided by 12. So that's going to be what? 33. 33. Yeah. That's 360. Yeah. So it's going to be 33 tanks is what we're going for. So there's one train. And what we're going to do is we're going to clone the vehicle. In fact, you know what I want to do? I kind of want to change the colors of them. But you know what? For now, we're going to do this because we're going to end up doing this again. Right, so there we go. We've got our 4 vehicles on this. So we're going somewhere. Also, something that I have to mention, this episode is going to be the first of the longer episodes. I'm now switching to a 2 times a week format for Transport Fever. So we're going to have longer episodes, not 20 minutes. We're going to look for half an hour episodes now on average. And they will be then going on twice a week, starting from, well, this week. So you'll be getting episodes on possibly on Mondays and Wednesdays, or Mondays and Thursdays for this. Yeah, I think we'll do Mondays and Thursdays. Right, there we go. So that's all good. So we haven't set the line up, so let's go ahead and set a line up as well. New line, we're going from here. And we need to obviously set a split up as well to here. Great, 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 great. And then what we need to do is, I kind of want them to come in on the, which platform? This end one here for now. So let's actually, can we get a, let's see if we can get a diamond crossing on all of these actually. Terrain alignment collision. Terrain alignment collision. Okay, well, those ones are going to be a problem, aren't they? There we go. That is going to cause an issue. That tunnel is definitely going to be causing an issue. Right, so I want them to be in on... Can we bring it in on that platform? Yes. Let's change the color of this so we can see it. There we go. Okay, in it comes along here. Double track all the way. It's all running nicely. It all looks good. And then it's going to single track over here, which is where I don't want it to single track, because we need to build that basically. There we go. Alright, that's awesome. That is awesome. So we've got that now working. So that is going to be south, sorry, it's going to be FR. How do I write these? Is it FR? It's been a little while. Yes, FR dash. St. Louis to... Oh, actually, I'll just call it St. Louis Oil. No, St. Louis Philly Oil. There we go. So we're going to be running oil and fuel to and from this area. That's the idea. Alright, we're good. We're good there. There's our trains. Now what we need to do is we need to set up a little route to get from... So that they're using... Which one are they using? Hold on. Yeah, so they're using that one. We're going to be using this one for oil. So all oil is going to be going into this one over here. Alright, so from there, there, and there. So we need to set up another little route. And this is going to be a shuttle. So it's going to be FSH, Freight Shuttle, St. Louis Oil. Alright. Now the good thing is we might even be able to get oil going to and from when the fuel comes back. So that will be quite interesting. So we're going there, there, there. And we'll have that in the darker green color so we can see it. All our shuttles are dark green. Our passenger shuttles are going to be yellow, and our main shuttles, if we use main shuttles, will be bright green. Right, so there we go. Now where's our depot? Where's our depot? It's over here. So we're going to set up road vehicles. Road vehicles, we've got a steam lorry. And what do you want to be carrying? You know what? I am concerned that we can't just have a few types here. You see, I'd rather it just carried fuel, oil, and... So for now, what we're going to have to do is it's just going to carry crude oil. Crude oil from these two places up to St. Louis Central. Right. And we'll make these that deep green color. So we're going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of them. So we carry, if we get 12 of them and run them on there, that's going to be a maximum capacity. If each one carries 6, that's going to be 72 per run. I think 72 per run should fill these up quite nicely. So set line all St. Louis Oil. St. Louis Oil? Yes, St. Louis Oil. Why did I have to think about that? Don't know. Okay, in the meantime, the other thing that we do have to concern ourselves with is getting the trains out to run through here. So what we need to do is we're going to... Okay, come on, think. If we run trains through here, along here... is it through here? Hang on. Think. No, we've got all of them. Okay, all of them are open. So if we're going through, let's say, this one here, 1, 2, 3, third along, run along there, we should be able to... Yes, we can. We can get to where we need to. So this is going to be FR. Philly oil. There we go. And that's going to run from here to here. Good. Now, the problem is we can't really put a diamond crossing there, can we? So what I'm thinking... What I'm thinking is if I can run 2 of these separately. Let's actually make that black so we can see that. So if we can run 2 separate lines, or even 3 separate lines of one train going to and from on 3 separate lines, I mean that it kind of would make good use of what we have. Unless I want to do two smaller trains. Also, let's change this to... Not 6, actually. 7. And let's change that to 7. Okay. Now, I tell you what, let's just do this. Let's just do the split here. Why not? We'll have the diamond just here. There you go. Done. And over here, we want the diamond just here. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick some signals. Stick some signals in the middle. I think we can stick some signals just here in the middle. Am I not on the right side here? Oh no, I'm not. Of course I'm not on the right side. Why would I be on the right side? It comes in along here. Along here. What we really need is to have this switching over. Like so. Right, there we go. So that goes along there, that comes back along here. No, that wasn't right either. Right, okay. Think, come on. Come on, brain. We're coming in along this. That means that from here, it's going to be a little bit dodgy, but I think we need to go onto this line. Right? I think that is the case. In which case, we need to have this one like this. And then this one like this. And we need to bulldoze. No, we need to bulldoze that one and that one. No, no. That one? There we go, there we go. Okay. I bulldozed the wrong one. So we've got that now going that way, and that one then can stop that way. Okay, that's fine. Good. Whew. And now, actually, we don't want this to happen, do we? No, we don't want that to happen. So we'll actually demolish that line that we just made. There we go. Even with that tiny bit there. Now it goes along, and it follows along, and it goes in just there, where we can have a signal just here. We'll have a signal just there, and we will have a signal on this side, just here. This isn't right at the moment, actually. I'll be honest, this isn't completely right. But there we go. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to need some trains going from all the way from out here. So we're going to, we can close that. We're going to set a new set of trains. So we're going to buy some more trains. What we're going for? Should we go for some moguls? Should we? We don't really need high speed here, do we? We do need some, well, and we don't need that much in the way of pulling power either. So let's do that. Let's paint them black. Single train carrying. Yeah, let's paint these all black. These are going to be all black trains. And we're looking for something that's going to be carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what's that going to... Where is the train? Where is the train? There it is, 144. So it carries 12 as opposed to 33. And these are a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller station, that's why. Once it changes to meters, I'll probably have a better idea. And that can also be... Should we just have 2 of them for now? We can always send more along the way if we need to. So we'll clone that, and then we'll set these 2 trains out on Philly oil. Like so. And as soon as they are underway, we'll then set these 4 trains off. So that's the plan. That's probably going to happen in the next episode, where we'll actually run along that as well. What we need to do though is we've got that all running. We've got that all running. Now that's going to be bringing fuel back this way as well. We want to start fueling up in Washington, correct? So do we have a depot over in Washington? We do not. So let's build up a depot, a road depot. Let's pop it in. Where should we pop it? I'll tell you what. We'll stick it in over here. Let's make it slightly... No, not that way. That way. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have... Ooh, okay, think. Do I want to do this now, or do I really want to start getting this running before I do that? Well, I think we can get it running before I do that. That's probably a better idea. So get it running. Once we got it running, then we'll be good. And what we can do now is we can actually start connecting up these towns as well. Because look, we've got a road right here. We can run this road out underneath or whatever and run it in to this road here. Or something like that. We've got a lot that we can do. So... Next up, what is next on this? I think in terms of the oil lines, we are good to go. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to play this. Let's watch one of these exit. Here comes our first oil train that's going... Now this is going all the way to Philadelphia. Just think about how far this train is going. I thought I switched off the noise for this. There it goes. Pretty slow, pretty slow. But I mean, it's not a huge train. As you can see, it's probably going to stop any second now. There it is. That's the end of it. See? Not a huge train at all. But it will be doing the trick of getting oil to and from that Washington stop, which is exactly what we want. That's the important thing. And I think on that note, should I end the episode? Yeah, I think it's about time that... Oh, look at all of these. So we've had all this happen as well. And pretty soon we should start getting production of this. Obviously, there's not going to be production just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode there. As soon as these two trains, when I send the second train along, as soon as it passes the signal over here, I'll bring us back, and then we'll follow. In the next episode, we're going to follow one of these trains along all the way into Philadelphia, or into Washington's side station. And that's what we're going to do. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. For more videos on Transport Fever, leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think of what I am doing so far. Also, like I said, if you enjoy this new format, half an hour-ish episodes twice a week now, as opposed to 3 times a week at 20 minutes, it allows us to get more done in a sort of nicer flow. I know a lot of people have been asking for this. Do let me know, and do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. And you know, after I hit a certain number of Patreon supporters, I'll be able to increase this even further, stuff like that. There's lots and lots of things underway for this channel, so I hope you do tune in for that. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Transport Fever.